Okay, can't believe it. Stage 2 over, stage 3 is on us. I'm just going to take you quickly through the winners of stage 2 and then talk about the general classification. I'll spend a bit more time on the GC than on the stage 2 guys. Unfortunately, that is history, and we are now into the last and final hurdle. Alright, stage 2. So let's quickly have a look at the Red Holstein, where everybody's standing. Grant up. Number 1, Ian second, couple of minutes off the pace. John also come a couple of minutes off the pace. Myself, Ryan, Andrew. This is after the puncher. Unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles. Graham also had a problem here. Ramped the bridge going over one of the fences and rode into the railway line, bending his rear brakes. So had to take it a little bit cautiously, only with front brakes from basically kilometer 4. Colin is following. Okay, so this is where we're standing. Unfortunately, Greg is on a yellow. He didn't manage to fit it in. It's when you leave your homework until Sunday night type of thing, and then get flu. So have a look at golf course. Nothing in this. You know, we're looking at 6 seconds between Andrew and Greg. Graham is right behind, and even Anton is starting to push into this. So within 17 seconds, we've got right up to 6 guys. The downhills are really becoming extremely competitive. If we have a look at the Madiba loop, okay, Andrew up. Graham second, Grant third. Obviously the particles don't travel well, coming into unknown trails, with Graham pipping him by 4 seconds. John also sitting in the mix. Ian sitting at 14:41. Then we have a quick look at on how the whole thing landed. So here we see Grant, Ian, John, Andrew sitting in 4th. That's after that puncher on the Red Holstein. Just never ever managed to recover. Never thought I'd get up there, but also sitting a couple of seconds behind Andrew, Lightning Andrew. And I come in 5th. Graham just behind me. Luckily he rode into the railway line, otherwise he most probably would also be further up this ranking. Ryan is sitting, Colin is sitting, so, and also Brett had a problem with Strava here, because it didn't sync on Saturday, so he lost, we're assuming 4 minutes, but it's like that big fish that got away. You know, when you hook it, it was always a hell of a lot bigger than what it really is. So the radar jamming device that Greg has put up into the trees at Crossways seems to be working, as he has managed to jam Brett's Strava. If he happened to have got that, he most probably would be sitting up here somewhere around 4, 5, 6 in the mix. However, that was terribly unfortunate. Okay, so this is the general classification. So big loops, Andrew 3 minutes, so basically 3:34, 3:37, so 3 minutes in it. The infamous John sitting up there as well, sitting at 3rd place at the moment in the general classification on the big loops. Graham is behind him quite a bit, it looks like it. 4 minutes, my word, he's going to battle to catch that up. Brett sitting at 3:54, Colin, and then myself. Remember, Brett should be at 3:50, but that wouldn't change too much. But anyway, I've checked Strava, and it is what it is. So 3:56. Austin, also 7 seconds between us. This is going to turn into a nightmare as we go. And Greg, due to missing 1 round, is way down on the big loops. However, when we look at the downhills on the general classification, so 15:31, 15:31, Grant and Andrew tie 1st place. Unfreaking believable after 2 testing downhills. The next one is Greg. He's sitting at 15:38, and there's 4 seconds between Greg and Graham. I'm very keen to see how this is going to end, because very technical in the final downhill, and it's a new one, and it's sitting inside the Pattigill family, the Travelling Wilburys farm, so they don't have to travel anymore. So also in the mix is the guy sitting down the bottom over here, also 13, 14, 15 seconds. It's quite a long one on the next one, so it'll be interesting to see how that ends. Yeah, I see Ian 17, 16, so he's losing a little bit by about 16 seconds. He's got a new bike now with carbon rims, so I'm guarantee you he'll be riding like riding Miss Daisy down those downhills, scared that he's going to break his carbon bike. So I'm not too concerned about what happens there. The next one, to have a look at the cross country. So Andrew, Grant, and Graham. So Greg has been knocked off the podium, and he's basically a minute behind here. But there's not much in this in the cross country. The JB Bike Park Black Loop is going to be challenging though, because that's going to be like a 40-minute loop, which could hit this thing wide open. Now to go to the general classifications for the whole race, how it's running. Andrew retains first place. If you look at it, Grant in second, 3 minutes 39 behind. John Zemke 4:25. He's 14 minutes off the pace. I think that's a bridge a little bit too big to cross. So it looks like this whole thing's going to end up running between Andrew and Grant. The next lot, there's a group of riders that are sitting over here. So from fourth place onwards, so with Graham sitting in the top group, so from around about from fifth, so from myself going down, there's nothing in this bottom section. Second separating, Brett, he's 16 seconds off. Yeah, Colin, he's 22 seconds off. And then from myself to get into the A group over here, there's a good 10 minutes. So it looks like we continue with these two divided races. Greg now comes in here. Should he have done his homework earlier through the course of the month and not left it for the last day, I would believe that he would be sitting at somewhere around about maybe 5:40. So he will also be sitting in the mix, but he's got a hell of a lot of work to do. I have a funny feeling he's only looking for one podium, and that's on the downhill. But he's got a big job to keep Graham away, who is fairly motivated to knock him off his perch. Good. I'm on my way to France now for 2 weeks. First time I've ever gone on holiday and taken running shoes with to freaking try and keep fit. Because when I get back, I've got 2 weekends to do all of this thing. Enjoy it. I will try through the time to at least keep the WhatsApp group updated, and we will take it from there. Enjoy stage 3. Talk to you later.